Hello!
Hi.
It's the book review time right now. So the first one we're going to do is Where's Jane? And this book contains 6 short abridged stories by Jane Austen, such as Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, Emma, etc. So each story is fully illustrated. And the interesting about this book is that each story has like a guide for all the characters. And after each story, there is like a 2-page spread of these big pictures right here so that the kids can find the characters from here. Even Jane, like if you look at the first page here, there's a picture of Jane. So kids can find Jane from here. Where's Jane?
Stop blocking me. Stop blocking me.
Okay. So kids would have fun searching for these characters throughout the book while listening to the stories. If you're a Jane Austen fan, this book is a good one. And then another one is the story of history. So if you're a homeschooler, you probably would be familiar with this history curriculum called The Story of the World by Susan Bauer. It sweeps through the entire history in different continents, from early people in Mesopotamia to ancient civilizations, to Old Testament Bible, to Middle Ages, Renaissance period, and modern times like the World Wars. And so this book reminds me of that, the curriculum that starts from the ancient world and then to medieval world to the early modern times, like that. But the difference is that this book contains short bite-sized information about whether this one is about King Solomon and the Purple Phoenicians life, city life in Greece, and all that. And after each period, at the end of each period, there is a chart too, timeline chart. And with pictures. So this book gives the child an overview of what happened in the past around the world, and we use this sometimes to just look up information and just to give it like a story of how this world history connects together. All right.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you the Book of Great Food. It's hardcover with spiral binding, and the first page is the index where it tells you the contents of this book. After that, the second section tells you what to do before you start to prepare you for what you'll be planting. The third section shows you the right equipment that you'll be using for gardening and a few tips before you start to. And then the fourth section is all about growing your plants and tending to them carefully. So you can grow plants like baby salad leaves, mustard and cress, avocado, flying saucer squash. And the good thing about this book is that everything here grows in pots. So no matter how small your backyard is, growing a garden is still doable. And then the fifth section shows some tips and techniques to use while you grow your plants. So it talks about repotting, watering, composting, and much more about getting rid of aphids and snails. And then everything is in simple terms and words to make it easier for the reader to understand. And every single page has a vibrant picture that illustrates the steps and how the plant should look like when they're fully grown. And so the reader will especially enjoy these beautiful illustrations. And many of the pages have like a little tip here to watch out for pests that would want to eat the plants that you grow. And a very useful and interesting technique that I learned from here is that I could grow some herbs next to the vulnerable plants so that the pests won't want to go near them. So we're planting our own little garden in our backyard here, and we're growing apple trees, peach trees, and cherry trees. We even have our own 2 little cats to guard our garden from any gophers and squirrels and that might want to eat up our garden. So having read the Book of Growing Food, we'll be prepared to tend to our garden better next spring. Mm-hmm. And now my little brother Linus will be showing us one of his favorite books. Okay. Come on, Linus. So what's this book called? Okay.
Yeah, they're still a little sick.
Okay, so what's this book called?
Book Hotel.
Bug Hotel? Okay, and what's it about?
Bugs.
Bugs? Bug habitats?
Bug habitat.
Bug hotels? What's in there?
Bees.
What's on this first page here?
Bees.
Bees, and where do they live?
Beehive.
Beehive? What's over here?
Butterfly.
Okay, butterflies. Now, over here. Let's see how they grow. How do they grow?
First, they go in an egg and turn into a caterpillar and go to chrysalis.
Chrysalis?
Chrysalis, and one day the chrysalis will spin it with it and hatch it into a butterfly.
Pretty butterfly?
Yeah.
Okay. What's on this page here?
Beetle.
Beetle. Where do they live?
Old logs.
Old logs. See a lot of those up here. What are these here?
Snails.
Snails, where do they live?
They live in broken pots.
Broken pots? Nice. How about spiders? What do they eat?
Bugs.
Where do they live?
They live in stalks.
Sticks and twigs?
Yeah.
And then they have a web too. What's over here?
Ladybug.
Where do they live?
They live in hay and straw.
Hay and straw? Okay, so who lives in twigs and sticks?
Spiders.
How about rocks and tiles?
Snail.
What about bamboo cane?
Bees.
Old wood?
Beetle.
Hay and straw?
Ladybug.
So what's your favorite bug here?
Ladybug.
Why?
Getting rid of my favorite color.
Because it's red and your favorite color is red?
Yeah.
All right. Let's conclude our book review.
Okay, bye.